6.3 is divided into question 6.3.1 and 6.3.2. Let's start with 6.3. Talbot plans to buy a car that costs $250,000. He will pay a deposit of 15% and take out a loan for the balance. The interest of the loan is 13% per annum, compounded monthly. Calculate the value of the loan. Basically, all we need to do is we need to figure out what is 15% of 250,000. And to do that, we simply go 250,000 times that by 15%, which is 0.15. That'll equal 37,500. Then you go 250,000 minus the 37,500. That'll equal 212,500. Therefore, the loan that he'll be applying for will equal 212,500 Rand. Before I start the next recording or the next question, I just thought I want to come up and explain something to you. This is day 2 of recording this mathematical equation. And the reason for that is it's a tongue twister in the sense that a variable A will become P and P will become A, and the variable N is not the same variable as another N. So I thought I'd just explain that. So if I don't get my message across, please, below is my email address. Below are the comments. You're welcome to write something there and I'll read it and I'll try and make it more clear so that you understand. To begin, the loan amount we worked out in 6.3.1 was 212,500. So 6.3.2 says the first repayment will be made in 6 months after the loan has been granted. The loan will be repaid over a period of 6 years after it has been granted. Calculate the monthly installments. So the first thing that goes through my mind is what formula can I use to get the monthly installments? And what comes to mind is this: P equals X, 1 minus 1 plus I minus N over I. Now what I want to do is I want to quickly break down the variables. Let's start with P. P is the loan amount, and you would immediately think it's 212,500. X is the monthly installments, but we don't have that. That's what the question's all about. We have to figure out what that is. We have I, which is the interest over the monthly compounded monthly component. So the interest is 13%, and we must break it down into decimal format. It's 0.13 over 12. Now N is the number of payments. So we have a timeline over here. It's over 6 years. So this is 6 years. This will be T0 and this will be T72. So how do we get T72? We take the monthly compounded component, which is 12, and we multiply that by 6. And what happens is we have T72. So that means on T1, we make a payment. T2, we make a payment. T3, we make a payment. It goes all the way through to T72. And at that stage, we've paid up our loan amount. But here's a problem. It says there the first repayment will be made 6 months after the loan. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. At this point is the first time where we're actually going to make a payment, T6. So T4 and T5, we're not making payments, but the bank has already given us a loan of 212,500 already at T0. Now, no bank is going to borrow any customer money at no interest. So in other words, what I'm saying is during this period, they're going to be paying interest, or the client is going to be paying interest on 212,500. So here's a component that's missing from this formula, and that is the interest part. There's an interest part that must be added to the 212,000 to make that formula on the left work. So how do we work out that interest part? And the formula that comes to mind is just compounding interest. And let's write the formula here. So it'll be A equal to P1 plus I to the power N. So let's just quickly write all the variables. There's an A, there's a P, there's an I, there's an N. Let's start with I because that one is consistent. It's 13% per annum compounded monthly. Change it to a decimal format. It's 0.13 over 12. A is, in this instance, the amount of interest that has been accumulated. So we're going to figure this one out. P, in this instance, is different to the P on the left-hand side. P, in this instance, is the original amount which was loaned, which is 212,500. which now draws our attention to the P on the left, because we said it was 212,500, but then we didn't include that gap period. So here must be a plus part, and we can say plus the interest amount. So the P's are not 100% the same, and that goes with the N as well. Now, normally speaking, we would take N, and N would be the last payment minus the first payment plus 1, and we'll work out N. But in this instance, in all the textbooks that I have, it says we're only working until T5, and we're only going to be paying interest until T5. Therefore, it is equal to 5. But going forward, for anybody who's working out a loan, and the loan happens after a certain amount of period, in this case it's 6, then work up until T5, 1 month before. So whatever the amount is, however much grace period a customer has, work 1 month before that, and that's the amount of months that is going to be interest on. Remember, the first thing that we need to do is work out the amount, the interest that has been accumulated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's where the first payment is going to be made. This is T0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're working out till this point. We want to know what the interest is over here. The formula is A equals P 1 plus I to the power N. A is what we're working out, so we don't know what that is. P is the original amount which was loaned, which is 212,500. And then we have to add this extra part on, the interest which has been accumulated over the 5 months. It'll be 1 plus I is the interest, is 0.13 over 12 compounded monthly. And then how many months? It's 5 months. So it's up until 5. You punch this into your calculator, and then therefore A will equal 224,262 Rand and 53 cents. That means at month 6, when you start paying, it is no longer 212,500, which you're going to be paying interest on, 224,262 Rand and 53 cents. That there is now the loan amount. So this now equals P in our next formula. Okay, so here's the formula we're going to be working with, and we know that P is now equal to 224,262 Rand and 53 cents. Do not forget the 53 cents. The bank wants that. X value, we don't know. That's what we're going to be working out. 1 minus 1 plus I. I is the interest, is 0.13 decimal format, and it's compounded monthly, minus N. Now here N is the number of payments. So let me just draw this again over here. So this was T0, this was T72. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here at number 6 is where the first payment is going to be made. So to work out N, it's the last payment, 72, minus the first payment. First payment is 6, plus 1. And that equals N, therefore N is equal to 67. And then what we can put over here is 67. Sorry about that. And then we have to put this all over the interest, which is 0.13 over 12. And then basically all you're going to do is you're going to punch this all into your calculator, and you're going to come to an answer of 4,724 Rand and 96 cents. That means the monthly payments are going to be 4,724 Rand and 96 cents. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please drop your question in the questions below. We'll read and respond as soon as possible. If you need more help with math, please click the link below. That goes to my channel, and go view what we have available there.